This is Irontrader. It is Monday morning, so it's time to go to work. Okay, so we're going to take a look here at Bitcoin and at gold, and then we'll take a look here at crude oil and natural gas, and then we'll take a look here at the old NQ, which is down about 135 here. That's the Nasdaq futures. Okay, this video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation advice on the stock market ETF. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Okay, here we have Bitcoin and here we have gold. Okay, let's take a look here at Bitcoin. Okay, now, yesterday when the markets opened up there on the futures at 6 p.m. here, Bitcoin had a little bit of a rally here, but you can see here right now what we have is an inside day. Basically, your high and your low is the inside the day of Friday's high and low. Okay, so that's what we have right now. Now, the key level support is going to be right here. It's going to be at 104.99. That is your 21 simple moving average. If you look at this chart here, you see how we have these series of lower high situations and lower low situations. That's never really good. But now we're coming right down to that 21 day, so we got to see how this is all going to shake out. Now, if we lose this 21 day, that 104.99 level, then what we're going to do is we can gonna come right here below to the candle right here. What do we got here? You got 103.525. Okay, then we'll come down to the bottom of this candle here. You got 101.705. Then we'll come down to the bottom here. You're looking at 101.60 level, and then what this is going to be very, very key is going to be the top of this candle right here. This can provide very good support if that 21 is lost at 98.615, and then we just follow the candles down here. Okay, you're looking at 97.350 level, and then we have 96.455. And then we come down here to the bottom, we have 95.70, and then we have this 50-day all the way down here at 94.271 low. But again, I like to show you where it can go. But again, realistically, it has to lose that 21 day on a closing basis. Then we can head right down lower here. Now, when you look at the RSI here, you can see where we got to this overbought conditions here. And now we're just coming right on off here. So we got to see how this all going to shake out. Now your green is it went below your red. That shows momentum to the downside, and that's what we have. However, we have this 21 day, which we have to respect because that's usually like the catch-all if we lose that 8 SMA here. Okay. Now on the upside, we want to look to today's high. You're looking at 106.540, but the key level right here is going to be this 107.697. That is your 8 simple moving average. Now it looks like it wants to do a little bit rolling over, but that doesn't mean nothing. That was the same way with here. They can always progress right back up here. But the key is for this to go higher is you have to close above that 107.697 level. Okay. Now again, obviously, if we do that, then we come to the top of here. You got 109.30. You got 109.425 level. We have 110.175, and then work your way up 110.990. 980, I should say, and 112.60 level, and then here's your big breakout at 112.345. We crack above that level there. You got to go to that 113, but I think 115 is going to be your target, possibly the 116 area, but 115 is looking very, very good on your trend line. Okay, but right now, this is what we're trading. 21 SMA on the bottom and that 8 SMA on top. So we're going to trade this range till she's either going to break up or she's going to break on down. Okay, now we have gold here. Now you can see here gold is it's getting some juice going on here. Okay, simple reason is got a lot of big brouhahas going in there in the Middle East. That's why I say oil is moving on up here today. So we got to see how this is all going to shake out situation here. Okay, but now we still have this high, lower high is still very, very much intact, but we have this sideways action going on here. But see how that 8 day crossed that 21 day? See how that gives it momentum, okay? See, that's always very, very positive. So even like this candle here, you look, came below, but where did it close? Above the 8 day. Same way here, above the 8 day. Now look at here, we have this nice higher high and higher low, okay? So right now on the downside, we want to watch this 8 day, 33.26. That's going to be very, very key. Then we have your 21 day right there below us at 3,300. And then we come down to the bottom of this candle here at 32.69. And then we have your 50 day sitting right there at 32.41, which we have to respect because we held it, okay? And we held it. And if it comes down here, doesn't mean that we're not going to hold it again. Okay, so always respect it until it's lost. And then we have your price channel at 31.23 all the way down here. Now, upside here, look how nice this is. Okay, 33.84. Okay, so I've been pointing out here what we need to do. We had to go with 33.66, obviously above that. Okay, then we got 33.77. And then this is the next level, 33.84 level. Okay, right to the left of the chart. What do we hit today? 33.84. Okay, see, this is why you trade the charts. Right there, 33.84. Now, if it keeps on moving, then all you want to do is just go right to the left of the chart here, 33.96. That's going to be your next target. Okay, just that simple. Okay, and it keeps on rolling. You already got 34.22, and then we have this well, we have this level here, 34.44, but realistically, 34.48, that's going to be a retest, which is the top of that candle. So all you really need to know is when you look at these charts is just look to the left of the chart there, because where it's been is usually where it's going to go. So as this is rallying up here and we hit that 384, then all we have to do is just go right up here, 384. Look at that. Look how nice that is, eh? Awesome sauce. Okay, so now, if you keep on rallying here, your big target's going to be that 34.48, obviously. But again, if you can break that, then what we're going to do is we're going to break that downtrend, and we're going to come up here to this 35.09. And then we have to see what the reaction is once it hit that 35.09. Now, we close above this, 35.50, that's going to be your target. Easy way to trade this, GLD. Okay? Very, very simple. Now, 57 here. Well, this is plenty of room to run, okay? Absolutely plenty of room to run on the old upside here, okay? Same way here, your green crossed your red, so we got plenty of room to run. So now we have this sideways action, but just watch that 384, okay? And then next level is going to get that 396, and then we just follow right up here, 34.22, and then 34.48. Downside, just watch that 8-day, very, very crucial. The 21-day, if that's lost, here's your big target, is going to be the 50. Okay, take a look here now at crude oil and natural gas. Okay, here we have crude oil, here we have natural gas. Now you can see crude oil is finally starting to rally here. Now, okay, we have this big sideways action here. You have the 21-day trying to curl up, 8-day is flattening out. Okay, so we had this rally, and then where did it go? Okay, right there. So I always say you got to watch these big. These are your key levels. This is your 50-day simple moving average. Okay, so 62.93. That's what we're looking at for right now. Okay, so that's what we got to see if that's all going to shake out. Now, your next level is going to be right here. Watch that price channel is 64.19, which is just the top of this candle. We get above that, then we're going to go right here at that 64.87 level. Okay, very, very simple. Now, we keep on running here. You look to the bottom of this candle, 65.22. Okay, and then we come right up here. What do we have? We have 66.09, and then we're going to come right up to that 100-day at 67.23, and then we have your 200-day at 69.03. Now, you can see how the 50-day is slacking down, 100-day slacking down, 200-day slacking down. But again, we got to see how this all is shaking out. Now, we made a lower low here on Friday, but you notice that it closed right back up here above that 21-day. Okay, very, very nice. What we were watching was the bottom of this candle here at 59.89. Friday, we hit that 59.74, a little bit lower. But right now, I say we've been trading this box, okay, until we break out of this box. Okay, so on the downside here, what we want to watch, top of this candle is 62.54 level. Okay, we'll watch here at 62.14, but this 8-day is going to be key, is at 61.44. Very, very critical, okay, on a closing basis. Same way with the 21-day at 61.04. If we lose that, then we just look right to the bottom of Friday's candle that you're going to trade against at 59.74 level. But right now, you got 8-day, 21-day on the bottom, and we have that 50-day on the top. We crack above it, we're going to look next is going to be that price channel at that 64.19. Now, remember, when it comes to crude oil, that's why I like trading crude oil. It's never really like a one and done kind of situation. It's always in play. And as any kind of a disruption, any kind of a wars, any kind of anything, hurricanes or something, will send crude much, much higher. So just remember that. Now, I've also been pointing out here on this inverse head and shoulders pattern. Okay, so we have a left shoulder. Now, it's not a true one because this is not the bottom, that's the bottom. Okay, however, you have a left shoulder, a head, and we have this right shoulder here. Okay, so again, if we start breaking out above this neckline, we're going to hit that 200-day pretty quick. Okay, so just remember that. Now, we have the old Natty Gas here. Now, Natty Gas here, she's flowing, Gordo. Look at this. Okay, so we came all the way down here, but you notice that we're holding that key 8-day, 21-day, and we're just kind of like trading between the 21-day and that 50-day. Now, today, look at that. We made a nice higher high, got all the way up here to this 361 level, okay? So what we look at the chart here is 363, okay? So you came in within 2 cents here so far. Now, if it keeps on rolling up here, then this is going to be your target, is that 3.69, call that 3.7, and then right above it, we're going to have the retest at 3.84 off of this double top situation, okay? That's what we're going to do. Now, again, if this can crack above that, well, then we have up here, look at this. We got that 3.93, we have 408, and we come up here, we have 415, 420, and then here's the big retest again of this double top at 425, okay? So what we got to see what the reaction is once if it gets to this 100-day, and then if it gets to that retest at 384. Now, downside, a lot of support here, 352. okay, 348. And then we have that 8-day sitting right there at 344. So we have a lot of good support going here. Obviously, if you lose that, then you have that 200-day as a target kind of situation. But it looks like this is all rallying here all together. We have the crude oil and the natural gas. This is rolling up. Now, you look at the RSI, plenty of room to run. Your green is over your red. This is looking very, very good here to at least touch that 100-day and possibly even retest that 384 level. Okay, let's take a look here now at the old Nasdaq. Okay, here we have the old NQ. Okay, so this is the Nasdaq futures. I always like watching this. Now, we had this topping tail here. What we're watching here, we're watching the top of that candle right there at that 21,562. We made that topping tail. Yeah, nice, but where did it close? Right below it. Now, Friday we had that indecision day, but it closed above the 8-day. Now we're here below that 8-day. So on the upside, what we're watching is 21,286. And then we'll watch Friday's high. You're looking at 21,433, and we'll come up top of this candle here at that 21,567. And obviously, we want to come all the way up here at this candle right here. Is this retest is 21,585 level. Okay, so again, we got to see how that shakes out. If we can bust above that, then we have a lot of good targets all the way up here. Okay, 21,831. We have 22,245, and then we come all the way to the top there at 22,319. And here's your big retest at 22,450. But I don't like this topping tail. That's never really a good look. Okay. Now on the downside here, we're watching Friday's low, 2171. Okay, that's going to be key. But this right here, this is what we're looking at 951 on a closing basis. Okay, so you can see how nice that 8-day was holding it all the way on up. When you lose that 8-day, then I call it, look at the 21-day. It's like a catch-all. It'll come right on down to it. So far, we're holding it. Okay, so that's going to be very crucial. Now, if that's lost, 24.95, 100-day, 200-day, very, very key. Okay, so that's what you always want to watch in there. And then we always come to the top of this candle here at 22.76. Then we have your 50-day all the way down here. But let's just see how this all shakes out here. So right now we have the 21-day on the bottom. We have that 8-day. So we're kind of trading that range. And then we're looking for that upper top there at that 21,858. Now, you can see here how the green turned blue. That gives you an overbought condition. Came on down, and now looks like she wants to roll over. You got to be a little bit careful here in June here. If we look at a seasonality chart here, it looks like it wants to come off just a little bit. So let's just see how this all going to shake out. Right now, the Nasdaq futures down 155. But again, always watch for turnaround Tuesday because it can make some possible good trades today and carry them into tomorrow. Now, your green is a little bit over your red here on your MACD, but that's kind of like a sideways action. So let's just see how this shakes out here. This got a little bit overbought here, so let's take a little break. So let's just see how it all is. But just watch that 21-day on the bottom. That's to be very key on a closing basis. Okay, that's what I got for you. I'll be back here midday trading. We'll take a look at some stocks, and we'll see what's going on here today. Okay, remember, trade what's in front of you, not what you want.